Right now, the country is talking. Everywhere you turn, people are saying the same thing. The Supreme Court has spoken on Kanu once and for all. Some people are celebrating. Some people are angry. Some people are confused. And many Nigerians are simply tired of the long journey this case has taken. Please like this video and subscribe because I'm going to break this down in very clear and simple English so everybody can understand what is truly happening and why the nation feels divided. Let us go straight to the heart of the matter. The Supreme Court had earlier made a major decision that allowed the trial to continue. That decision was important because before then, there had been arguments over whether the case should even move forward. Some people believed the process of bringing Kanu back to Nigeria should have ended the case completely. Others argued that whatever happened in the process, the charges themselves still needed to be heard in court. When the Supreme Court ruled that the trial should continue, that was the moment many people described as the court speaking clearly. Now, fast forward. After that Supreme Court decision, the case continued at the Federal High Court. The proceedings went on. There were arguments from the prosecution. There were arguments from the defense. There were moments of tension. There were moments when supporters gathered outside court premises. There were also moments when the government insisted that this was strictly a legal matter about national security and public safety. Please like this video and subscribe. Because what happened next is what really shook the nation. The Federal High Court eventually delivered judgment. The court convicted Kanu on terrorism-related charges and sentenced him to life imprisonment. That decision alone created a deep reaction across the country. In the southeast, emotions were very strong. In other parts of Nigeria, reactions were mixed. Some said justice had been served. Some said justice had not been done. Social media exploded. Radio stations discussed it all day. Television stations carried special reports. Now here is why people say, nation divided. It is not just about one man. It is about what he represents to different groups of people. To some, he represents a voice of agitation, someone who spoke strongly about self-determination. To others, he represents a threat to national unity and public safety. That difference in perception is what makes this case so emotional. Please like and subscribe because I want you to follow carefully. I will explain the legal side in simple words. After the conviction, the next step in law is appeal. When someone is convicted, they have the right to challenge the judgment in a higher court. That is exactly what happened. An appeal was filed challenging the conviction. This means the legal journey is not over. It means lawyers will argue again. It means higher courts will review the judgment. It means more legal analysis is coming. So when people say once and for all, it depends on what they are referring to. If they are referring to the Supreme Court's earlier ruling that allowed the trial to continue, that decision was final on that particular question. But if they are referring to the entire case being over forever, that is not completely accurate because appeals are still part of the process. Please like this video and subscribe because understanding this difference is very important. Now let us talk about why emotions are so high. In Nigeria, issues of justice, fairness, and national unity are very sensitive. Many people feel that the country does not treat every region equally. Others feel that security must come first, no matter what. When a case touches both justice and security at the same time, it becomes explosive. In the southeast, some residents worry about economic stability. When tension rises, businesses suffer. Markets slow down. Transport becomes difficult. Investors become careful. Families feel uncertain. That fear of instability makes people nervous whenever there is a major court update. In other regions, some citizens are focused mainly on security concerns. They believe strong action is necessary to prevent unrest. They argue that no country can survive if separatist movements operate freely without legal consequences. So you see, this is not a simple black and white issue. It is layered, it is emotional, it is political, it is legal. Please like and subscribe. Let me ask you something. Do you think this case is more about law or more about politics? Drop your comment, but keep it respectful. Now let us look at the broader picture. Nigeria is a country with many ethnic groups, many languages, many histories. Managing such diversity requires careful leadership. Whenever there is a high-profile case like this, it becomes a test of national unity. It tests how strong the institutions are. It tests whether citizens trust the courts. It tests whether leaders can calm tensions instead of inflaming them. One important point many analysts are making is this. Regardless of personal opinions about Kanu, the legal process must be transparent. When people see transparency, they are more likely to accept outcomes, even if they do not like them. But when people feel processes are hidden or rushed, suspicion grows. Please like this video and subscribe because transparency is the key word here. Another factor is the international angle. Cases like this often attract global attention. Human rights organizations watch closely. International media reports on developments. Nigeria's image abroad can be influenced by how such cases are handled. So that is why every legal step becomes big news. Let us also talk about the role of leadership. Political leaders must speak carefully during times like these. Words can calm or words can ignite. A single statement can either reduce tension or increase fear. Nigerians are watching not just the courts, but also the tone of government officials and opposition leaders. Now, I want to slow down and speak directly to everyday Nigerians. Many of you are simply trying to survive. You are focused on fuel prices, food costs, school fees, rent, and jobs. You may not wake up thinking about court cases, but when a case affects stability in any region, it affects the whole country. That is why this story matters even to people who feel tired of politics. Please like and subscribe if you want clear explanations like this without confusion. Let us return to the legal process. Appeals can take time. Lawyers will examine technical points. They will argue about jurisdiction. They will argue about evidence. They will argue about procedures. The appellate court will review everything carefully. This is normal in major cases. It does not mean chaos. It means the legal system is working through its stages. Now, here is another important issue. Public reaction. Whenever a major judgment is delivered, security agencies usually increase presence to prevent unrest. That can create a tense atmosphere. But sometimes increased security presence is simply precautionary. Do you think the increased security is necessary, or does it create more fear? Comment below and please like and subscribe before you forget. Let us also address misinformation. In cases like this, rumors spread fast. Fake documents circulate, edited videos appear online, people share headlines without reading full reports. That makes confusion worse. It is important to rely on verified information and not emotional posts. Another angle is the youth factor. Many young Nigerians feel disconnected from the political system. Some feel unheard. When someone speaks strongly against the system, some youths feel represented. That emotional connection adds intensity to reactions. At the same time, there are youths who want stability and economic growth. Above all else, they worry that unrest will scare away development opportunities. So again, the nation feels divided, not only by age, but by priorities. Please like and subscribe because we are going deeper. There is also the constitutional question. Nigeria's constitution guarantees rights, but it also provides for national security laws. Balancing those two can be difficult. Courts are often where the balance is tested. The big question now is what happens next? Will the appeal change anything? Will it uphold the conviction? Will it reduce the sentence? Or will it lead to another legal twist? Nobody can say for sure right now. That uncertainty is part of what keeps people watching closely. And here is something very important. Regardless of personal beliefs, violence or unrest will only harm innocent citizens. Peaceful engagement is always better than destruction. Please like and subscribe because responsible conversation matters. Let me also say this clearly. Nigeria has faced difficult moments before. The country has survived military rule, economic crisis, and security challenges. It has always found a way forward. This moment is another test.